The universe isn't perfect, in fact, it's kind of a disaster. From the very beginning, things were going wrong. Particles couldn't decide if they wanted to exist, stars exploded way too often, and black holes just sat there swallowing everything like cosmic vacuum cleaners with no off switch. If the universe had a resume, it would be filled with red flags. And yet, here we are, floating on a wet rock, spinning through a hostile void, thinking we've got it all figured out. But what if we looked at history, not as a glorious timeline of progress, but as one colossal blooper reel? Let's rewind the tape and take a brutally honest tour through the biggest failures in the history of everything. Spoiler, almost nothing went according to plan, if there ever was a plan. And if there was a plan, then the planner definitely skipped quality control. Let's start at the top, literally, the cosmos, the Big Bang, that moment of supposed creation. Except, it wasn't a clean launch, it was messy, chaotic, and immediately unstable. Most of the early universe was just energy soup, no structure, no order, and way too hot for anything meaningful to form. Then things cooled down and matter started sticking together, only for gravity to throw a tantrum and start smashing everything into stars that exploded in spectacular failure. One of those explosions? Supernova, 1987. It lit up the sky for months. You'd think it was a cosmic fireworks show. Nope, just another star collapsing under its own expectations. And black holes? Giant cosmic divas, sucking in everything around them because they can. For every galaxy that formed nicely, there were a dozen galactic collisions that looked like the universe tried to fold laundry and gave up. And dark matter? Still unconfirmed. It's like the universe added 85% mystery seasoning to the recipe and forgot to label it. If the cosmos had a project manager, they've definitely been fired. Then there's Earth, our little blue dot of beautiful dysfunction. You'd think, after billions of years of cosmic chaos, we'd get a planet that finally made sense. Wrong. Earth is 70% water, and most of it is undrinkable. The atmosphere is breathable, sure, but only because ancient bacteria nearly poisoned the planet with oxygen, a gas that, fun fact, rusts metal and fuels fires. Our magnetic field? Constantly shifting, weakening, and occasionally flipping like a broken compass. The tectonic plates? Giant floating slabs of rock that randomly decide to crash into each other and throw temper tantrums called earthquakes. And don't get us started on the Permian extinction, a little event that wiped out 90% of life on Earth. Also known as, oops, we hit the reset button too hard. Earth is basically the universe's experimental prototype, glitchy, unstable, and somehow still operational. Enter humans' nature's most ambitious mistake. We crawled out of the mud, started walking upright, and immediately began messing things up. Our first major invention? Agriculture. Sounds great. Until it led to tooth decay, malnutrition, social hierarchies, and long workdays. We invented writing, but mostly used it to keep track of who owed goats to whom. Our early cities? Disease-ridden nightmares with no plumbing and lots of rats. And don't forget, our ancestors looked at wild animals with sharp teeth and thought, we should try to ride that. Brilliant. And somewhere along the line we invented money, a system where paper is worth more than food, and billionaires exist while people starve. That's right, we turned survival into a subscription plan. Oh, and fire, amazing discovery, until we used it to burn down rival villages. Humans, 1, empathy, 0. Fast forward to empires because humans love power, and even more, they love losing it. The Roman Empire expanded so much they couldn't control it. Fun fact, they drank out of lead cups and slowly poisoned themselves. Genius. The Mayans? Mathematically advanced but mysteriously collapsed, possibly due to overfarming and ecological collapse. The Mongols conquered half the planet, then vanished like a bad sequel. We romanticize empires in textbooks, but let's face it, they're glorified train wrecks. From bad leadership to overextension to trusting omens over science, history is basically a highlight reel of people ignoring warning signs. There's even a theory that the collapse of Easter Island civilization was due to overcutting trees to move statues. That's right, they deforested their island for aesthetics. Peak human logic. But we weren't done. Oh no, we decided to supercharge our mistakes with the modern era. The Industrial Revolution brought us steam power, factories, and carbon emissions. We discovered electricity, and then used it to power reality TV and endless notifications. Then came 2 world wars, nuclear bombs, and decades of Cold War tension that almost boiled over multiple times. At one point, a Russian officer named Stanislav Petrov literally saved the world by not pressing the launch button. That's not peacekeeping, that's blind luck. And now, climate change is accelerating, tech addiction is rewiring our brains, and artificial intelligence might eventually replace us. Or just generate deep fakes of cats singing the national anthem. The modern world is like a house of cards built on a trampoline, and we just keep jumping. So what have we learned? Well, maybe nothing, or maybe something. Humans are like toddlers with a chemistry set, chaotic, dangerous, but maybe learning. We created vaccines, cured diseases, sent robots to Mars, and mapped the human genome. Sometimes we clean up our messes, sometimes we don't. But through every fire, every fall, and every facepalm level disaster, there's a stubborn kind of progress. A slow, fumbling crawl forward. Maybe that's the real miracle, not that we've avoided failure, but that we've survived it, again and again. Now if you've made it this far, you deserve something, so here it is, the official guide to screwing up history. Step 1, ignore scientists. Step 2, prioritize short-term profits. Step 3, build empires. Overextend, collapse. Step 4, blame someone else. Step 5, repeat. Step 6, make a TikTok about it. Step 7, panic. Step 8, do it again but louder. So now that you've seen the worst, what will you do with it? Will you learn from it, laugh at it, or just repeat it like a bad movie reboot? The choice is yours, just like it always was. But hey, before you fall into your next epic life mistake, maybe drop a like, hit subscribe, and stick around. After all, if we're going to witness the next chapter of the universe's failures, we might as well watch it together, with popcorn and mild existential dread.